YouTube channel near you.
Yeah.
Hello! How is everybody doing? I first want to say hi to everybody that's in the comments. Thank you for coming and joining our show tonight. Let's see, it looks like we've got Gary. Hi, Gary. Catherine. Denise. You guys are so dedicated to this Outlaw family. I love you so much. Thank you for doing that for us. Let's see, I got Leonard. How are you doing, Leonard? Lorna. Nice to see you, beautiful. John. Expecting you to say, hey, how are you?
Dean was good.
I think the best question for this introduction is, ANIKI, how are you?
I am fantastic. Are you kidding me?
Are you excited to go on this journey with me?
I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this. Like, this is something that we've talked about before, and we've been a small part of, but now we're a really big part of this, and it feels pretty wonderful. It feels pretty great. Thank you, all you guys in the chat saying hello. What's up? Tiny Living Coach.
Yes.
I feel amazing.
Faith, hi, how are you, beautiful? Thank you for coming. So this is our very first show for No Coincidences, and it's exactly as it sounds. We want to show you how there are no coincidences in this world, how everything aligns with ourselves, within ourselves, with our spirituality, and with the Most High. ANIKI over here is a little bit of a skeptic, so I think I'm going to have to work on him a little bit.
Look, I have an unfortunate mind, okay? I overthink everything. I overanalyze everything. And a lot of times I find answers. You know, I'm that kid that when I was young, when I was like a little kid, I mean like 7, 8, I'm that kid that got scared and saw something in that corner, saw something dark in the corner, and I got up out of my bed, left the light on, and punched the corner. And nothing was there. I'm like, you know what? I got this. So it's not necessarily like skeptic, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're right.
I mean, I feel like in our society, there's a lot of people that believing is seeing, right?
Yeah, true.
So I guess we're just going to have to show them the light and let them see exactly what's going to come in this world. I do want to say that since this is our first show and I'm introducing us, I know that the Outlaw family knows me a little bit more from one of my other shows, but I want them to get to know you as well. So any questions that y'all have down there, please go ahead and just put them in capital letters. We'd be happy to let you know all about us. And then we'll dive into maybe giving you guys a little treat about what our show is going to be about.
Yeah, maybe the real deal.
In the meantime, I am very well known on TikTok for doing spirituality stuff. It's kind of my niche, if that's what everybody wants to call it. And people come to my lives and get card readings or, find out how to heal something or, anything crazy can happen in my lives. ANIKI, can you tell us what your content is about and how you got there?
Woo! So, for a long time, people told me to get on TikTok because I can put my music out or put my martial arts stuff out or whatever. And I fought it forever. I honestly did. I fought it for a long time. And I was like, okay, look, I'm going to put a song out. I'm going to put some of my music up, see what happens, like, why not? And just comment after share after like, I was like, what is this? Hold on. And then I met Love and Light Tripod. And I was like, oh my God, this is a whole different thing. This is nothing what I thought it was, and I have met lifelong friends here. I've met family here and in TikTok, and I really started expanding with my content, with what I'm doing, and reaching out and helping everybody I can. I recently released a video called Whitewash, and that video is so important to me. And you guys really I guess really resonated with it too. And you told me about it, and I was like, this is the same mission. We're on the same mission. We want to help as many people as possible. And that brought us somewhat to here. Like, I'm still doing crazy stuff. I'm still doing martial arts, and I'm still doing funny stuff and accents, and I'm a voice actor as well. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Dan Hardman, what's up, man? The man definitely has all kinds of talent. Thank you, dude. Thank you.
And there's another one over here. Macmillan said whitewash was dope. That's such an amazing, yes.
Thank you.
I want to just touch on whitewash a little bit real quick. I want you to know that when I watched that, oh my gosh, I think I cried I probably would still cry if I watched it again, because it touches on so many aspects of so many people's lives. And every bit of what you showed in it really resonated with me and showed me how I have come on my journey, what I grew from, and how beautiful I am blossoming into the platforms that I've been given. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you for putting something out there that could inspire in the way that it did.
That means everything to me. Literally everything to me. The comments. If I'm getting down, if I'm feeling, a little bit sad or whatever, I'll go through the comments in that video and I'm like, oh, I'm here for a reason. I'm here to do good, because it's sincerely touched people, and they have reached out and said, there was a comment that it's kind of gets me a little bit, but she said that was quite triggering, but I woke up the next day and I could smile. And I was like,
wow, that's deep.
Thank you, Julie Jules. She's a whitewash. So many of us. Thank you. I mean, I survive. But
I do believe that it actually ended up going viral on TikTok, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's actually, strangely enough, it's trending right now. I was like, what?
Wow. You're like, how am I trending again?
I know.
So I want to tell you, I'm sitting here pulling cards right now as you're talking. So the cards are being pulled on you.
Come on. Okay.
I just wanted to give you a little message at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Just to show you what Spirit is trying to show for you. And the first thing that came out was a 4 of Cups in reverse.
What does that mean?
Which is talking about seizing opportunities and learning to grow in something that you're being given.
Okay. That's,
I also got a 7 of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about somebody having a little bit of anxiety.
Look at that be. You're talking.
Oh. And the last one that I got for you was the Death card. Now, this card can mean many things. A lot of people, they hear Death card and they do exactly what your face just did right now. They go, what? I'm going to die? Yeah, it doesn't mean that at all. The Death card talks about transformations, spiritual transformations, having new beginnings, letting go of your old ways, letting go of the endings that are happening in your life, and just embracing what's being handed to you. So there's a lot more meanings that can come from it, but those are the meanings that I feel are meant to do.
Yeah, I can't say all 3 of those things are pertinent right now. In the beginnings, Chamar says. Shukriya, Chamar. Those 3 things are pretty spot on. How
you feel that I pulled cards on you and they seem to know what's going on in your life?
Yeah, that's I don't know. I mean, you know a little bit going on in my life, so because we're friends, the whole family talks every day, so
yes. But I do know what's going on in your life, but I know that people tend to be skeptical about things like cards, pendulums, things like that. So I know that with you trying to figure everything out, I wanted to pull cards and kind of try to let you see that maybe my spirit guides and your spirit guides are hanging out and telling us things that you need to hear. So
Okay.
that's what I mean by how do you feel about that?
That was very, very sneaky of you to do that at the beginning, but I don't blame you. I know how you roll. So yeah, I feel late, but I'm here. April, hey, that's my buddy right there. I
Oh,
feel as if okay, I think we need to talk about why we named the show what we named the show.
yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so
Mhm.
guys, we've explained it. I'm a skeptic. I have lived 7 lives so far in this one life, I swear.
Are you a
And
cat?
what?
Are you a cat? Do you have 9 lives?
Basically,
So that
I
means you've at least got 2 more to go before
no,
you're out here.
I think they just keep rolling, honestly. Vampire. Um, so like I've done so many different things and been in so many different professions and I've experienced so many different things that I always and I'm always analytical. I always search for the truth, search for the, the meaning behind things. I always search within, always, not without. And I have studied so many different things. Gary, my eyeball bothering me doing what?
I want to pull this. Listen, I want to pull this comment right here. Not that one. This one.
Oh,
What's that one show? The Highlanders. You remember from way back
yeah,
when?
I am the last one. Mush money penny.
um, how
Oh
do you
yeah,
feel about being immortal, and how is that helping you on your journey?
so there, be a human.
Oh, I love it.
So I think this is how I've looked at it for a really long time. We get this one go around this time. I won't elaborate on that, but I feel like when you go, you cannot take anything with you, no matter how strong your love is for any living thing, no matter how much you've amassed during this life, no matter how many people you've changed, no matter how many things you've built. And I mean, buildings, businesses, whatever. You can take none of that with you. The only thing you can take with you is, yo, Macmillan knows. Oh, that was wild. The only thing you can take with you is the experiences that molded your soul while you're here. That's it.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, skeptical brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think of like, if what's a good example? Okay. If I were to say, hey, Witchy, can you read this for me? And then you read this, right? And I'm like, oh, I can. Okay, that's cool. I heard it. King Ming, what's good, bro? Oh my gosh, this is the family in here, guys.
Yes.
I can hear it. But if I say, hey, Witchy, read that again to yourself, I'm not going to hear it. You're going to hear you 100%. You're going to hear your own voice in your head. Who's that? Unless you know you're building it for the next lifetime, reverse engineering the future. That's deep, Shamara.
Wow, it really is. I
Sorry.
feel like we have some people in here that are not skeptics at all.
I feel like you're correct. Well, come on. I know the platform. I enjoy the platform so much, and I'm always open to learn. But I always keep an inquisitive mind. I always keep an inquisitive, outlook
Because
on everything.
if we're not always trying to grow and educate ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
our purpose is done here, right?
Yeah.
Like
Stagnant. Like you can't do
exactly.
that.
Nobody wants to sit stagnant.
Yeah.
So I want to touch on what you're talking about a second ago.
Sure.
You said, if I have you read this out loud to me, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to hear this, right? But if you read it to yourself, then you're going to hear yourself.
Right.
So a lot of times I tell people when I'm doing things, I say, hey, read this out loud so
Mm-hmm.
you hear the context of it. But you're right. When you internalize it, you apply it to yourself. Do you think that that's why they call the Holy Bible the Living Bible?
Or the living word.
Yeah.
I see. But that would make all theological texts the living word, though, right?
Exactly.
Logic, yes. So yeah, and I agree 100% with what you're saying, and I understand the direction as well. And I would have to say absolutely right. Every single theological text they all, it's like, this is a crude term, okay? Or this is a crude way to look at it, but it's simple, it's simplified. Let's see, hold on. Gambles, okay, talking about gambles. They're basically cereal boxes. They all different and are different, but they all offer the same nutrition. Now, I get that some feel that they are superior, or some feel that they are the correct one, or something, whatever. You know, I understand that 100%. However, I have universe, the only living word.
If you finished with your comment and we finish on this subject, I'm coming back to that subject. Okay. I want you to know that.
My gosh, I can't wait to tell you why he's here. I can't wait to tell you, because it's not a coincidence.
No coincidences. You have learned that in the very short time that you've known me. Every time you're around me and you go, oh my gosh, this is a
Nope.
No, it's not.
So that's how we came up with the name for the show, guys. Is Witchy and I have spent some time together talking to people and listening to people and each other's lives on TikTok, and every single live, and I'm not joking, every single live, there will be someone that says something verbatim what I have said to Witchy earlier, or what Witchy said to me. And I mean verbatim, exact wording. And I'm like, and I'll just look up and she goes, mm-hmm. I'm like, come on, yo. Yeah, so yo, it's deep. It's deep. Like, I really truly don't believe in coincidences. And I say this all the time now. You know, I'll be like, whoa, that was cool. You know, yeah. I don't say that was
like, you embrace it now. You don't just sit there and say, oh wow, that's a coincidence. Like, you truly embrace what's being given in your life and you take it forward, right?
I do. Just like we had the talk earlier, and you were like, this is a real huge blessing platform for us to speak to the world, for us to get our word out to the world and help people. And we should accept it as a blessing. Like, don't look at it like it's a, you know, like, oh my gosh, what did I do? You know, this is meant. This is supposed to happen right here. And I'm honored and so proud to be on this with you guys. Like, really.
I'm gonna finish up the conversation that we were having about the reading. Okay. Not your reading, but the reading the books.
Oh, I was like, wait.
I know, I felt your anxiety spike for a second. So I completely agree with another comment that you said. You said, does that apply to all things that we read when we were talking about the living word?
Right.
And I believe that it truly does. If we are willing to take it in, absorb it, and apply it, and then say you come back 3 months down the road and you read the same thing, you've applied what you've already been taught, right?
Right.
So your life has progressed in a direction of what you were taught. And then when you come back and you read it again, you have a new view on what you just read. And that's with anything in life, not just the Bible or Quran or, you know, David Smith's book or any, like, it's not just religious aspect, it's all aspects of life.
Yeah, I see no flaw in your logic, madam.
Michael, what's up? Thank you for coming. Yeah. Oh man, I love seeing our family in here. This is so amazing. And then the other thing that I wanted to circle around and touch back on is Tamara said uni-verse. One of the things that is a question that I like to pose to a lot of people, just to kind of make them think, is some people believe in universes, some people believe in multiverses, right? Have you ever thought that the you in universe is actually you, yourself? And that the multiverses means every human being on the planet?
Very cool. No, that's a cool way of looking at it. No, I've never heard that before. That's
when we all come together, we make a multiverse, right? But when you are yourself, your body is your temple. You stay grounded, you stay centered, you align everything. And when you're aligned, you're able to take that out into the world and help the multiverses.
Oh, hey, can we put that last comment back up?
Yeah, I got it. Yep, I got it.
There's never been a coincidence at all it's so bright right here. I'm trying to read it.
I took my glasses off. Oh, it moved again. Hold on. We're gonna take that one, put it back up. Okay, so all right. Why we keep moving on? I want to back. Okay, there have never been a coincidence at all. They really just don't want us to read that one.
I know, right? Like
no.
There we go.
We're not supposed to read it. Hold on. I'm going to read it from the actual comments. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, there have never been a coincidence at all. If it's just that we have not in sync as we've been distracted to our emotions, and the world is creating a roller coaster of emotions that creates doubts.
And he also said the multiverses are just paths that we can experience in our lifetimes.
Oh, yes. Here, I saw that one too. Right there. Yep. Multiverse is all about our paths that we as a universe.
Oh, so okay. I know what you're saying. So there's a saying that says we are the universe experiencing itself over and over, like all of us, right? And right. I do 100% feel like there is I feel like, okay, let's go with Star Wars. Like, let's go like Jedi. They say the Force, right?
So Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, all of that stuff. But that's obviously Eastern philosophy of, look within, and we are all connected. There's life within everything. So that piqued my interest a bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start studying some things. And I was like, sorry I'm late. Don't be sorry you're late. Welcome. Twisted. And I started thinking about it. Okay, like what is? Man, we're really. But I knew it, Witchy. I knew it. I knew that this was gonna go.
Do I ever let anything just be on the surface ever?
Yeah, like really, look. So there were these two people that were arguing, and these two people said, one said, "What created the universe?" The other one said, "Well, my God," and the other one said, "Well, who created your God?" And he was like, "Nothing. He was always there. He always existed." And then he goes, "Well, why can't you say that about the universe?" And the other guy was like, because the book says it. And he goes, "Well, that's a book, and there are many books, and and he goes, but I believe, that this is." Hey, thank you, Michael. And so that sent me down a rabbit hole because, again, unfortunate brain, and it's squirrel brain all day, every day, I promise. And so I started thinking about that. What is something that has always existed, that will always exist? What is there? Is there something that has always existed that will always exist? Chat, what do you think? Throw it up.
What does the chat think? Do you think that there's something that has just always existed? Or do you think that something like the Big Bang happened and created everything? What are your thoughts, chat?
Yeah. Look
at this one is specifically for you, brother.
Dr. Randy Dawson. He said, I finally made it back from physical therapy. Hey, welcome back, brother. I hope everything's going well for you, sir.
And then there's his answer to our question. Yes, something has always existed is what I'm hearing from
what him. Like what it went it was
sorry. I gotta quit pushing buttons apparently because it wants to do it on its own.
So Chamara said
eternity, molecular.
Okay, that's really close to what I thought. Really close. Really, really, really close, actually. Anybody else? Like I really
So we've got McMillian said energy.
That's what I arrived at.
That hits on where my belief is.
Really?
We want to talk about yours first or mine?
Go for it. You. I would like to hear about yours, actually.
So the way that I believe is that our soul is made up of energy, right?
Okay.
And I believe source is energy. I think of source as like an orb.
Okay.
That floats around everywhere, right? That's why we say God is everywhere, because source is an orb that's always omnipotent and omnipresent. So when my soul comes into the human form, I don't know if you know this, but they've done studies on this, to where when a person dies, if you take their weight right before they take their last breath, they weigh, I want to say they said it was like 0.7,
Like
like almost,
not ounces, but a very, very
yeah,
small amount of
a
change.
very,
Yeah.
very minute number. I can't remember the exact number right now, but they weigh that little bit less right after they die.
We are
Now, why
creation.
is that? Is that because their soul has left and went to where it's supposed to? That's what I believe. I believe that our souls are these light energy orbs,
Okay.
and we travel from different planets, different places in the universe to do schools. And to me, the way that I've learned it is that Earth is a school of emotion. This is actually the hardest school for our souls to go through. And people spend many lives living here because you have to be reincarnated in order to learn your lesson. So when people finally learn to live the positivity, the love, the light, the unconditional love, that aspect that Source wants us to know and feel, that's when we get to move on to our next schooling.
Huh. That's so super close. And McMillan, you're right. Ian, what's up, man? Oh my gosh, man. There's so many awesome names in here right now. Becca Pooh, speaking of. Out of body explained by modern science, and I couldn't read the rest of that. That was fast.
It said, so there's something there. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Susan, if time is just an illusion, it does not exist. Thus, the universe and all of us, energy beings, have always existed, same as God.
Earth is also a creation. Yeah. Okay. So very close to exactly what you're saying. Wait, the body cybernetic connected to the astral plane. When the soul disconnects in order to back to source with knowledge first collection. Holy crap, man. Okay, so Chamara, I really don't know him well. I just made friends with him on TikTok, and I started to post this link for this YouTube in the messages in TikTok, but it's a group that is for learning how to do videos better and learning how to help each other and that type of thing, right? And I posted it and then I erased it because I was like, oh man, that's spamming. I'm not gonna do that crap. And then he goes, Aniki, don't be shy. And I was like, well, I've explained it. I was like, well, I realized that this isn't that type of, group, and I don't want to just like put this YouTube link. It's a different thing. It's a totally different thing. And he goes, no, it's fine, man. This is an open space, safe space. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. He said keywords right there. And I'm like, oh, I see. And so I posted it and he goes, yeah, I'll try to make it there. And here he is. And we are talking about the same thing. So, okay. When I really, let's see, we have formed from stardust and nothingness and return to stardust, then there is zero meaning. Oh, if we have formed from stardust is what he said.
Right.
I agree with that. So when I went down the rabbit hole of, I realized energy, right? Sound and energy. This is what I was about to say. No coincidences, guys. Holy crap.
No coincidences.
About to come out
and
of my
Ian just said time was made up by clock sellers to sell their clocks. There's no such thing as time.
That's fair, bro.
Everything is eternal, right?
Yeah. So, okay. So when I started thinking about it, right, I was like, energy is neither created nor destroyed. That is law. That is physics. So that means it always existed. It's always going to be here, right? So then I was like, okay, well, what the crap does it have to do with our bodies? Then being I'm an EMT and I'm medically minded. And I was like, oh, so hold on. We have electrical impulses in our brain that go out to our cerebral spinal fluid around our brain. They go down our spine and interact with they send that conduction to our entire nervous system. And this motor moves this meat sack.
Right.
And in our hearts, there's the AV node, SA node, and those control the heart. Those are electrical impulses. That's why martial arts, why us? Oh yeah.
That's why us martial artists say we speak with fist. We exchange energy. That's why we grow or worsen the bound during a fight.
Very much so. So when I realized that about the brain and the heart and the body, really, then I started going, wait a minute. So it's not just that though, because Moon at noon. To know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's the exact what I'm about to talk about.
Get it out, brother. Get it out.
Nope. I'm trying, but it's like I'm reading it too. That's
I know.
crazy.
I know. It's no coincidences that the people that are here with us, they understand, and I guarantee you these are people that are also spreading what we're talking about, which is exactly what we need on Earth in order to help people have their emotional journey and grow enough from it so that they can go on to the next thing that they're supposed to do in their infinity.
I don't know about that. I am a very staunch student of the school of I don't know. So I'm just I'm gonna learn what I can, and I'm gonna internalize, and I'm gonna analyze all of that. But so I started thinking about how energy is in our body, and then I started thinking about vibration. Thank you very much for bringing that up, because nothing is touching down to our subatomic level, down to quarks. They're apart and they're connected via vibration, and that vibration is the same exact vibration which pulls everything together, right? And that is, we can talk about quantum entanglement later if you want to, but this is weird.
We'll make that a whole show.
Yes, what the crap. Oh, so down to our subatomic levels, all of our atoms, all of our molecules, they're separate, but they stay together via vibration, right? And that vibration is what moves energy. So that, the thing I was talking about where I said, if I ask you to read something out loud versus read it to yourself, well, when you read it to yourself, what is that? What is that? You're the observer, really, that's running this suit, running this person, this avatar, whatever you want to call it. So what is the difference between consciousness and energy? Because transmutation of energy to replace nothing with something that our mind perceives, I guess.
Imagine this is the most advanced gaming platform.
Most believe this is present, but this is actually past. I believe it is all simultaneous. I believe there's only here and now. Ayahuasca.
So I want to answer somebody's question with what you just said. Somebody asked, Christina, what do you believe the difference is between a soul and a spirit? So for me, my soul is my soul. My soul is everything that makes me who I am. Spirit is a fifth dimensional form that guides you. And so since ANIKI just said that we're all present in all times, think of it as ANIKI is a spirit guide. I'm a spirit guide. Everybody in the comments are all spirit guides. It depends on what level of your journey you're on. My fifth dimensional self, or higher self, as a lot of people like to call it, goes out and guides people because of the knowledge base that I've already been given. Meanwhile, my third is here and present with my soul inside of it, and I'm able to continue my journey while teaching others. That explains a little bit of why I call myself a teacher of the teachers.
Well, April and Moon at Noon, I 1000% agree with that, with what you're saying. 1000%.
Yes, I do too. It's just all about being present with yourself, right?
Yeah. 12 laws of the universe connects matter with each other. It's like the formula that creates us. Yep, Avatar. Yeah. So okay. Now this is going really far out on a limb for me. Okay. You're saying more psychic abilities. That's a good. I think
with April, I think that all of us are born with psychic abilities. If you watch children, you'll see that they look at things that aren't there, or that some people don't perceive as there, but are they there? They also are able to tell you things, and you're like, how did they know that, right? Or take a drawing, for instance. They draw things, and you're like, where did they see that? I've never let my child see something like that before, but where did they see it?
Yeah.
Did they see it on a 4D? Did they see it on a 5D?
Yeah. So Okay, so can you explain to me about your spirit guides? Yeah, okay, in quantum entanglement, we believe that a practical exists and linked from the universe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
From the distance, future to the past.
Yo, Moon's talking about the Akashic records, and I have studied that too. Surprise, everybody! I have.
So the Akashic records is something that I do not bring up gently, because
Yeah.
unless you are centered and aligned with yourself, that is a very deep place to go. The Akashic records, for those who don't know, it's a hall of records of all souls, past, present, and future. You can go there to find out about yourself. You can go there to find out about your previous lives, about your current life, and you can even find out what's going to happen in your future form. But in order to get there, you have to truly be one with Source. That's not a place that you just get to go into lightly. I personally believe that there are some of us who are, in fact, born with special abilities, and some of us that are not.
And
I want to give a for instance.
Sure.
Okay.
Water.
So I have a 4-year-old daughter, right? And my daughter is very intuitive. Like, she does some stuff that I'm just like, wow, I'm so proud of her, the way that she absorbs things and does things. And she, when she was at her dad's house, she was laughing and playing, and her stepmom asked, she said, Hannah, how many cats are there in this house? And Hannah goes, 1. And she has the biggest smile on her face. Now, they have no physical cats in their house, okay? And her stepmom goes, Hannah, we have to remember the number 0. And Hannah's like, no, it's 1 cat. They didn't see the spirit that was in their house because they have closed off their minds to this world. But my daughter, even to this day, it's been months and months later, they'll ask her, they'll say, Hannah, how many cats are in the house? And she'll go, 1, and gets the biggest smile on her face because she knows the joke of it, right? Yeah. She knows that they don't see what she sees, but she sees the cat.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we do want everyone to ask questions in all caps. It makes it way easier for us to read when these lights are burning our retina.
Yes.
So thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. So
let's see. Hold on. We had one from, I'm going to pull it up here real quick. Whoa, they're moving again. That's why I'm on a mission to learn how so I can be taught. Little Twisted, you know you're always welcome anywhere I'm at, and I'm so happy to teach you. And you're more than welcome to hit me up in my DMs on TikTok. You can also find me on my other platforms, which we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But I am always so happy to teach. Like Little Twisted, people need to be taught. It's so true, because if we don't teach them, they don't know, right? And if they don't know, they don't have a way to ascend and to be able to grow from this life and move on to the next one.
Okay. So I kept trying to think of what is the difference between energy and consciousness for a long time. And I finally settled on they're the same thing. One can't exist without the other. They literally exist in the same space. They're the same thing. They're part of each other. And cool. Thanks, Bigfoot. And so that got me to thinking, like, okay, I'm not, and by the way, guys, I would never, ever step on any toes. I would never talk negatively about any religions. I've studied many different ones.
Yes, myself as well.
Student. I'm a theologian till I pass. Reading body language and facial expressions, I've studied. Yes, that is true. That is very true too. There are people that are very adept at that from a young age as well.
To read micro expressions or reading a sudden movement, like, you know, you guys just saw my eye shift and you said, oh, something grabbed her attention.
Yep.
We've got comments going on over here. We've got us over here talking, you know. So when you can catch up on those small micro expressions, even if somebody is sitting there and they don't move their head to look at something or, you know, talk about something particular, you can watch the eyes. You can watch the way that, you know, little frown or anything like that. So that's completely true.
I don't think we need to be taught. We need to be open to relearn what we knew as innocence. Yo, that's a very good point.
That
and
part right
April, that lends to this point that I'm about to make that I might regret, but I don't know. So when hello, I've been eating tacos. Hey, Pancho, you don't have to come in here and flex like that. Okay, bring us tacos. I want
It's and hey, that's my favorite food. You better share. Sharing is caring. Okay.
Sharing is caring. Like, we're burning brain cells here, and you're not bringing tacos. You're just telling me that's not cool. Okay, you don't need to do that. But let's see. Need to be taught. Oh, hey, you called it. You called it, Christina. You called it. That was so. If consciousness is the same as energy, right? If that's what the observer is, and that's what run this physical, then again, energy is neither created nor destroyed, right? When in Buddhism they say when the vessel breaks, the tea goes elsewhere. So that's meaning when the body unalives, then the energy goes elsewhere. Absolutely, I can see that. 100% I can see that. I mean, it definitely exists in us. It's measured. All of that stuff exists for real. So it has to go somewhere when we're no longer working, right?
Right.
So we could talk a lot about where it goes. But I thought, what is the difference between the energy consciousness and the source? Like you say source, or other people say God, other people say Allah, or other people say whatever. What's the difference between that? Like I can't discern a difference really. If that exists, I know this exists without a shadow of a doubt, because I'm talking to you right now and I'm thinking this way. And one day I will not be here and I will not think, and I will be, whatever's running this is going elsewhere. That returns to source, I feel like. And then I love tacos too, Bigfoot, stop it. My tacos. So if it returns to source, that means it brings what I was saying earlier, all of those experiences that molded this soul while we're here, and it brings it back to source. And so I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Again, my brain, I apologize in advance. I'm so hungry too. Oh, I'm just gonna not look at the comments for a second so I can finish my train of thought. So, okay, the vessel breaks, the tea returns. The tea is the same as what it's returning to. Let's just say that, or just S and G's, right? Gets and jiggles, if you will. Ha! Word. So if that's the same thing, right? If that's the same thing, then that is consciousness. That is the all, the grand architect. The people can say it however they want to say it, and from which direction they want to say it. That's beautiful. But I believe that we are literally that. We are part of that. We are. If I were that, and I created stuff, everything, right? I am consciousness. I want to experience it as much as I can. I would split myself into trillions of pieces and essentially make myself forget that I'm me, so I could really truly experience that experience and bring myself, so that I would really gain all of that knowledge and love. And
read that comment.
Ow! Don't talk about tacos. Hey, tacos.
No, the one before that said distracting ANIKI.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now. You guys are mean.
So, I was pulling cards while you were talking, and these are the ones that I got.
I don't know what that is. I told you I don't know about this stuff.
I know. So plan B is going to be a dead end, right?
Okay.
You have to let go of control. You have to let go of trying to have power and being forceful, and quit trying to bring those things in. You have to just let go and let God, right? Because that's the ultimate plan. It's the only plan. So quit trying to follow plan B. Quit trying to make things happen in your life when they're already being given to you.
Oh, but that's okay. So that might be a very good reminder, but I would like to remind you of the beginning of this interview, not interview, but before our show. And I was like, look, I'm all in. Like, I am no longer going to have trouble, because I've had my entire life. Aniki, you're going to have to. Yeah. So I may or may not be in a martial arts film soon. That's it. That's no more. You guys get no more.
Hey, you know what? You're giving us a little teaser, if we will.
A little bit.
And hopefully when you're allowed to let us know more, you will be more than happy to share it, because you know we're always there for you.
I will bring it here, I promise you. I'll be like, yeah, check this out. This is crazy.
But like, sit here, watch a movie together.
Aw, thank you. That was very sweet. So I just with my, I'll grill you later. All right, April, go ahead. I ain't chocolate poncho.
Everybody's talking about tacos. Like, y'all gonna make us hungry. We're gonna have to start eating right here on the screen. Look, we've only got about 10 minutes left on this. So
holy crap. We have okay, hold on. Did we just like teleport? Did we just go through time that fast?
We're gonna have to hit on that topic another day. But Aniki, if you're okay with it, if we can get 1, maybe 2 card pulls in, I will be happy to do some tarot readings for some of our guests. Whoever can get their yes up there first, or me that I feel coming.
Okay. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Because I want to see this happen. Grizzly said, names.
Give me some names. All right. So we got McMillan first.
Yes.
McMillan. Oh, yes. We already got something coming out. Something's coming home to you, sweetie. I don't know what you've got coming, but something's coming home.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have for McMillan. Oh, wow. So I don't know if you have Scorpio in your chart, but Scorpio is actually talking about someone who's very ambitious and goes for things that they want in a very powerful kind of way. And look, as I'm saying that, I also got a Leo card, okay, which again, the Leo is talking about like prideful and very competitive. It kind of goes in with the Scorpio feeling. So I also get the feeling that and pull that card, but I get that feeling from us. So Aniki, you seem to know this person. Maybe they're holding a secret from you.
I think it's there.
It's something that was started to talk about in the summer. So it's been very recent. Whatever it is, it's happened very recent.
You guys know each other or something?
No, I don't know who that is.
What the crap?
If I did, then
please message right now, because I don't want to say anything, dude.
McMillan, the TV show, is what McMillan said. I know you can't see the comments yet.
Oh, hold on. You know about that? Okay.
No, it's in the comments. It'll scroll up here in a minute.
Hey, McMillan, what is your what do you call it? The zodiac?
Zodiac sign?
Yeah, what is his?
McMillan, what is your zodiac sign?
He said, that's great.
McMillan is a Scorpio. I just saw, or was that McMillan that I saw up there that said Scorpio? No, that was Moon at Noon. Sorry, I saw Moon at Noon said Scorpio.
Okay.
I feel like there's some uncertainty around it. You're very very nervous, but you're doing a lot of self-evaluation so that you can be your best self possible while going through your experience that you're hiding from us right now. McMillan is a Scorpio as well. Yes.
Yeah. And we're planning on working together. That is the person from said show.
Awesome.
And I am a Leo.
I don't remember who the second person was that said that they'd like a card pool. So
Chamara.
I guess I am getting Chamara.
Yes.
Is it Chamara or Chamara?
I think Chamara. I
Chamara.
think. Yeah.
Chamara.
Que
What do we
se
have in the cards for Chamara? Oh, we got a caution sign. Be very careful of anything that's coming towards you. I'm hearing that it might be a toxic situation.
This is fun. I mean, that's
Look,
not good news.
Chamara, I'm going to show you. Literally, a quarter of my deck just fell out. She is cards 1, 2, or 3 at a time. We don't take any more than that.
So, okay. So what is that? Like, what is that?
I'm asking, but they aren't really wanting to share. So what that tells me when they don't want to share is that it is something that is Chamara's to know, and that I need to be respectful of that.
Okay.
You got a world card, but it came out in reverse. It came out upside down. And usually what a world card upside down would mean is that you are resisting change. And you do have cycles that want to end, but you need to allow them to end. You need to let go and let God, as we just said, and just take the experience, go on the ride.
This is wild.
See, we got Tomboy. You got the whole deck jumping out again. I told to pull the card on top, and we got changes. So your changes are coming, and that aligns with that world card in reverse that we just got. Let's see, what else can we get out of here? Is there anything else that Chamara needs to know right now?
Well, then we're going to have to work on this show. Yeah, like I've been saying it, man.
Chamara, we got a Wheel of Fortune for you. Let fate, you see it says fate at the top. Let fate happen. Let the changes come in and embrace it, because you have something beautiful, sweetheart. Oh, you're coming out of a bitter life phase and you're learning. I love that so much. It's so beautiful.
Solidarity.
So I'm telling you exactly what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And they're telling me there's no other message for you, Chamara. You need to embrace, watch out for the triggers, let them go. Let go of the resisting and embrace the changes. You're going to start a new world.
I will.
For one more card pull, I will do Kathy.
Especially said what?
I am using, it's called a Fated Encounter. It's an oracle deck that also has the High Arcana in it. I have a lot of different decks, but this was the one that I was told to use for readings right now. So I just listen to Spirit Guide. If they tell me to pick up a deck in the middle of a reading to use a second deck or a third deck, I will go with that as well.
So you just have a bunch of, and you're like, okay, I'll get this one.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to see what we have for Kathy. What does Kathy need to know right now? Oh. You like social media, my friend. You stay on social media a lot. I also hear that you spend a lot of time learning on the internet. You like Google, don't you? You have a special occasion coming up in your life. It's going to be protected by the Archangel Michael. And I got a rejection card, but I'm not getting that it's about rejection. It's about you have insecurities about things that are happening in your life. Oh man, I feel you getting very anxious about me talking about that. So I'm going to actually close that door right now. We're going to find out if there's anything else that we need to know for you.
Okay.
Oh, your birthday is Saturday. Oh, look, you're going to be the star of the show, the star card. And that's also talking about you. You have renewals coming in, right? We saw that at the bottom of the card right there. It says renewal. So the star card is all about new beginnings, positivity, just embracing everything that's coming towards you. Wow, I love these readings tonight. They're so amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, man.
Chamara, I'm glad we can pull the feels out of you. When I'm on TikTok, I joke around and I say, welcome to the Christina Makes You Cry show.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday night around 7:30 p.m. You're more than welcome to come watch it.
That's PMC.
All right.
Oh,
Kathy has an X issue. Now I see why the rejection and the insecurity.
Okay.
So it was spot on. Sometimes spirit gives me messages and I hear them and I'm like, no, you can make me sound crazy. Why are you telling me this? I'm not telling them that. And they'll push me, right? They'll be like, come on, just put the message out there. I'm like, I'm not going to want to tell them. And I really just end up having to tell my spirits because one of them likes to play pranks on me. So I listen to him so he won't be playing no pranks on me, moving stuff around my house and making random phone calls on my phone for me and, doing weird things. But with all of that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out to watch our first episode. And I want to invite y'all to come back next week. We're always going to be talking about things like what we talked about tonight. I'll probably do a couple of card pulls and just really enjoy our time together. So with that being said, Aniki, can you tell us how we can find you when we're not on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me at ANIKI_63, spelled just like this on the screen. I can't point to it. Where is it? That way, right there. Okay. Up there, right there. That's what it is. And it's also on the banner that's streaming below. You can also find me ANIKI_63 on my YouTube account and on my Instagram account. And I'm working on the Facebook thing, but I might just, like I might do that. Where can I find you, Witchy?
I am on TikTok as @allwitchy. I'm on Facebook as Christina Allwitchy, Instagram as Allwitchy Christina. And sorry, they're all kind of crazy, but people like to take names, and I like to think of myself as the only Allwitchy, but And then of course, y'all can always find me on YouTube as well at Allwitchy. I do have my YouTube channel, and I'm on the Bigfoot Outlaw platform, currently doing a show tonight and on Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. So with all of that said, I want to thank everybody for tuning into our show.
Thank you, guys.
We are broadcasting from coast to coast all around the world, and we want to thank you for joining us and have a good night.
Good night, guys. One love.
channel near you.